Let me tell you something, you are more powerful than you realize. You are capable of achieving incredible things, but there's one thing that most women struggle with that keeps them from stepping into their full potential, and that's emotional attachment. Now, I'm not talking about love or affection. I'm talking about the emotional baggage you've been carrying around, the unhealthy attachments to people, situations, or outcomes that drain your energy and keep you stuck. The truth is, emotional detachment is not about shutting people out or becoming cold-hearted. It's about gaining control over your emotions so that you no longer let external circumstances or other people's actions dictate your happiness, your peace, or your power. This is the key to self-love. When you practice emotional detachment, you free yourself from the chains that keep you tied to the past, to toxic people, or to the need for external validation. You step into a place of strength, of confidence, of emotional mastery, and that's when everything begins to shift in your life. Are you ready to detach from the things that are holding you back and embrace the power of self-love? Let's get into it. 1. Why emotional detachment is empowering, not weak. There's a common misconception about emotional detachment. Many people think that detachment means being cold or not caring, but that's not true at all. Here's the truth. Emotional detachment is freedom. It's the ability to choose your emotional state rather than letting your emotions choose you. When you let your emotions control you, they keep you in a constant reactionary state. You're responding to whatever life throws at you, letting the opinions of others, the circumstances around you, or even your own insecurities dictate how you feel and how you behave. But when you practice emotional detachment, you take back your power. You stop relying on outside sources for your happiness, and instead, you create your own inner peace. This doesn't mean you stop caring about others. It means you stop letting other people's actions or your own emotional triggers dictate how you show up in the world. In fact, the more emotionally detached you are, the more powerful you become. You stop chasing external validation, and that's when your true confidence shines. Emotional detachment is about owning your emotional state. It's about choosing how you react, no matter what's going on around you. 2. The role of self-love in emotional detachment. Now let's talk about self-love, because this is the foundation of emotional detachment. You cannot detach from others if you don't first learn to love and value yourself. You see, emotional detachment isn't about shutting people out or pushing away. Love, it's about understanding your own worth and not relying on anyone else to define it for you. When you love yourself, you no longer need to seek approval from others. You stop chasing after validation from people, relationships, or situations that don't serve you. You no longer feel the need to please others at the expense of your own happiness. Self-love is the strongest form of detachment because it allows you to recognize that your value is inherent regardless of external circumstances. Here's how self-love fuels emotional detachment. Self-worth is not conditional. You don't need to wait for someone to love you to feel worthy. You know your value, and that's unshakable. Setting boundaries. When you love yourself, you set boundaries with people who drain your energy. You no longer accept behavior that's toxic or disrespectful. Releasing fear. Fear of rejection, fear of judgment, or fear of being alone holds many women back. But when you love yourself, you can release that fear because you know that your worth isn't tied to anyone else's opinion of you. Self-love and emotional detachment go hand in hand. When you truly love yourself, you don't need other people to complete you, validate you, or give you permission to shine. 3. The freedom of detaching from toxic relationships. Now, let's get real. We've all been in relationships that drain us, whether it's with a partner, a family member, or a friend. People who suck the life out of you, leaving you exhausted, insecure, or questioning your worth. The first step to emotional detachment is recognizing when a relationship is toxic or no longer serving you. Here's the thing. We have a natural human tendency to attach. We attach to people, to situations, to expectations, and sometimes we stay in unhealthy relationships because we fear the unknown. We fear being alone. We fear rejection. We fear what will happen if we let go. But here's the powerful truth. You don't need toxic people in your life to feel whole. In fact, keeping toxic people around only robs you of your power. When you detach from these relationships, you create space for healthy, loving, and empowering connections to enter your life. You stop chasing people who don't deserve you, and you attract the people who value you. Emotional detachment gives you the freedom to choose who gets to stay in your life. You don't need anyone to complete you. You are already whole. When you begin detaching emotionally, you no longer feel the need to explain yourself or justify your actions. You simply know your worth, and you set healthy boundaries that protect your energy. 4, how to start practicing emotional detachment in your life. If you're ready to start practicing emotional detachment, here's the action plan to get you started. Identify your emotional triggers. What situations, people, or events make you feel out of control? What causes you to react emotionally? Identify those triggers and begin to recognize them when they appear. Create space for reflection. Every day, take time to reflect on your emotions. Get in the habit of asking yourself, why am I feeling this way? Is this reaction serving me? This helps you detach from your immediate emotional reactions and gain perspective. Set boundaries. Emotional detachment is impossible without boundaries. Identify areas of your life where you're letting others drain you and set clear boundaries to protect your energy. Be clear and firm and don't apologize for it. Reaffirm your self-worth. Start every day with self-affirmations. Remind yourself that you are worthy of love, respect, and happiness whether anyone else gives it to you or not. Practice saying no. Learn the power of saying no without guilt. Saying no to others means you're saying yes to yourself, to your well-being, and to your goals. Embrace the present moment. Emotional detachment is about letting go of the past and not worrying about the future. Focus on the present and give yourself the gift of peace. 5, the unstoppable confidence that comes from emotional detachment. Ladies, emotional detachment doesn't make you cold or uncaring, it makes you unstoppable. When you practice emotional detachment, you begin to feel the power of having control over your emotions. You are no longer a victim of your circumstances, no longer a prisoner of your past, and no longer reliant on the approval of others. With emotional detachment and self-love, you step into your true power. You become unstoppable not because the world around you is perfect, but because you are unshakable. You walk into any room with confidence because you know your value. You make decisions from a place of strength, not desperation. You become the architect of your own life, free from emotional baggage. So, ladies, it's time to reclaim your power. It's time to detach from the things that no longer serve you and fully embrace your true self-love. You are worthy, you are whole, you are powerful. Now go out there and live like it.